we can discuss the topic about step turning operation and development of part programming in CNC machine. Okay, CNC turning center. Likewise, today class will go. Introduction. What is part programming? Part program is a sequence of instruction. It has lot of sequence number. Each sequence is called as block. So every block has informations as like preparatory function, coordinate values, and then miscellaneous function. Okay. After that, you may, if you want to write a program, means you may take a sheet. In that, you may write a program with respect to the given drawing. Likewise, lot of steps available, and then program utilizes the machining data which can be understood by control system of computer numerical control machine. Okay. According to the previous slide, part program is the sequence of instruction which can be write with the drawing from the drawing sheet information. The drawing sheet gave the informations as like machining data that required to operate the machine, and also the machine can understood what are all the machining data available with your program. Likewise, the machining operation is started with the computer numerical control. And then here I have another doubt. What is machining data? Yes, machining data, it has sequence classification of process like tool startup point in workspace, available workspace of a CNC machining center. After that, cutting depth, tool path, how the tool moves from one point to another point. Likewise, we have to have give the machining sequence to the machine. After that, we should aware about cutting conditions. What is meant by cutting condition? What are all the input parameters that needed to operate the machine? The example input parameters are spindle speed, feed rate, coolant requirement to operate the machine. After that, finally, the third stage that associated with the machining data is selection of cutting tools. What type of cutting tool I prefer for turning? Single point cutting tool is enough. But if I want to perform the knurling operation, means I need the knurling tool. And also, if I want to make a threading operation, means I need a V type threading tool for making a operation. So that selection of cutting tools also playing vital in CNC machining. And then important steps to be considered in writing part program. So what are all the steps available to write the part program on sheet? Yes, I can tell you. Extraction of dimensional data from part drawings and data regarding surface quality requirements. So every part programming creation, we should need the drawing data. In that, every engineer should aware about how to study or read the drawing sheet. After reading the drawing sheet, we move to select the tool and determine the tool offset. Tool offset means how the tool is keep the distance from the workpiece. Likewise, the data I will tell you in the next slides. Okay, and then set up the zero position for the workpiece. In previous class also, previous video also, I did tell you how what are all the difference between fixed zero and floating zero. So the operator should aware about set up the zero position for the workpiece. After setting zero position, we can move to select the speed and rotation of the spindle. Then we can move to set up the tool motions according to the profile required. Tomorrow I will take about milling operations. In that you may aware about tool motions. Then return the cutting tool to the reference point after completion of work. So then final point is end the program by stopping the spindle and coolant. These are all the important steps that needed to create the part program. This step is not enough to write the program. So the program creator and the setters and also operator should aware about knowledge about various manufacturing processes like grinding, milling, turning, drilling, and machines, the respective machines. So every operator, programmer, sector should aware about different manufacturing machines and the processes knowledge within them, and then sequence of operations to be performed for a given component. For example, if I want to make a taper turning, means the first operation is facing, second operation is plane turning. After that, I can move to compound test angle changing. Based on that, I can give the feed with respect to the angular movement. Likewise, I can arrange the sequence of operations to be performed on the taper component. So these type of informations also needed to program the component. After that, knowledge of the selection of cutting parameters. Knowledge about cutting parameters, I will tell you. What are all the cutting parameters? Generally, spindle speed, feed rate, and depth of cut are the common cutting parameters. The operator should aware about the knowledge of cutting parameters. After that, editing the part program according to the design changes. Any immediate changes that should be incorporated with the drawings, means the operator should aware about how do I edit the previously stored programs, and then knowledge about the codes and the functions used in part programs. What are all the G codes, what are all the M codes available with the part diagram. Likewise, the operator should have the knowledge, operator or programmer have the knowledge. So these are all the basic thing should aware about to write the part program for CNC operation. Okay, what are all the G codes, the M codes are available with the part programming? Already I told you the programmer should aware about or having knowledge about G codes and M codes. So what are all the G codes and the M codes are available in part programming? Let's see. G codes. Why we need G code? Which is the first question. Why we need G code in part programming? Yes, the most common codes used when programming NC machine tools are G codes. G codes also called as preparatory functions, and M codes. M codes also called as miscellaneous functions. Why not? Other codes also available with the G code and M code. Those codes are F, S, D and T. These codes are used for machine functions such as F for feed, S for speed, and D for cutter diameter offset, and capital T for tool number. These kind of codes are also available with the part programming. Here, G codes are sometimes called cycle codes because they refer to some action occurring on the X, Y and Z axis of a machine tool. Here, X, Y and Z are the coordinates that are available with the machine axis. So all CNC machines are followed Cartesian coordinate system, so that every programmer should know the knowledge about how can we allocate X, Y and Z coordinates for a given workpiece. And then the G codes are grouped into categories such as group 1 containing codes G00, G01, G02, G03. Let's see what is the meaning of these codes. Let's see with the next slides, which cause some movement of the machine table or head. So G codes are always playing with the work table and tool spindle. So how can we move the work table along the XYZ axis, and also how can we move the spindle from one place to another place? The G code is used to understand the machine control systems. After that, group 3 also available, which includes which kind of programming dimensioning I utilized, absolute programming or incremental programming. Yesterday I told about what is absolute coordinate system and incremental coordinate system. And then a G00 code rapidly positions, because we always utilize as G0 code for rapid motion of tool from its datum position to workspace. So G00 code rapidly positions the cutting tool while it is above the workpiece from one point to another point on a job. During the rapid traverse movement, either the x or y axis can be moved individually. One x axis moves individually or y axis moves individually, or otherwise both the axes can be moved at the same time. So these things followed with the G codes. I can move the tool in x axis, or I only move the tool in y axis, means it is possible with the G codes. If I want to move the tool with the both axis, means which is also possible in G codes. Here the rate of rapid travel varies from machine to machine because of manufacturer gives the different commands to the machine. So the rate of rapid travel with respect to the machine tool manufacturer. So the total number of these codes are limited with 100. Let's see what are all the G codes that are available with the part program writing. Yes, some examples I will tell you of G codes. First, if I utilize G00, means G00 always mention about fast traverse or rapid traverse. Here what is meant by fast traverse? If you are consider the tool moves from P1 to P2, means I can utilize fast traverse because which is non-productivity time, so that I can utilize the maximum speed for traverse the tool from the point of P1 to P2. So here I utilize the code G00, which means fast traverse or rapid traverse. Here you see one condition, the x axis available and the z axis available, but the tool taking the motion both along two axes, which means x and z axis. And then G01, which means linear interpolation. The interpolation has two types. One is linear interpolation and circular interpolation. Means if I want to move the tool straight line, means I utilize linear interpolation. Some cases I utilizing curvilinear motion because circular interpolation also needed for making a arc or circle like turning. I utilize the circular interpolation. Here if I utilize circular interpolation, means with the clock we may produce clockwise direction or otherwise counterclockwise direction. How can I mention both the things? Yes, if I want to produce the arc in clockwise direction, means I utilize G02 for clockwise counter interpolation. If I want to make a counterclockwise in circular interpolation, means I may utilize G03 code. Yes. Up to this, we discussed about what is meant by G02 and G03. G02 means clockwise circular interpolation and G03 means counterclockwise circular interpolation. Sometimes the tool is waiting for next operation, so that we should give the dwell time for a tool. For example, if you are consider drilling operation, means it won't go for continuous drilling. Okay, so it needs some dwell time for waiting for next operation. Okay, so that we can give that dwell time with the G04. And also the unit system, what unit system the CNC machine should be followed. Okay, I can give the inch dimension and also I can give a metric dimension also. So if I produce the components with the inch dimension, means I utilize G20 code for imperial dimensions. And also if I want to give the metric dimensions to the workpiece, means I can utilize G21, which is for metric dimensions. And then G28, what is the meaning for G28? Means the tool moves to reference point, and also I can collect the reference point with respect to the work table also. These two are possible with the G28. And then cutter compensation available with the G code. What is meant by cutter compensation? After utilizing the same tool for continuous operations, means the tool may getting worn out or wear, tool may get wear, okay, so that the tool diameter or tool nose radius will be reduced. How can I compensate with this code G40 and G41 and 42? These are all the codes I utilized for cutter compensation. From this I can reduce the errors with the tool worn out dimensional errors. After that, G50, which is used for coordinate setting. Which coordinate I utilized, absolute coordinate or Cartesian coordinate or mission coordinate, which coordinate I utilized for machining operation. With this code I can represent. The code is called as G50. After that, the final one is G70, finishing cycle. After completing the machining operation, the stock should be removed from work holding. For that I can utilize G71, which is stock removal in churning. After that I can utilize multiple operations with multiple phasing as like a G72 code, and then G73 pattern repeating. I can utilize the same G code for n number of blocks. So I won't utilize the same representation of code every sequence, but I can recall the same code for every sequence, which is means pattern repeating. For drilling operation, if I want to conduct a drilling means I can utilize G74 code, and the G76 code is used for multiple threading operation. And then lot of cycles available, canned cycles, likewise lot of cycles available. If I want to utilize the cycle means which are the drilling cycle, turning cycle, facing cycle, likewise lot of cycle available. For example, if I consider produce the coal means I may utilize the drilling cycle with the code of G81. Likewise turning I may utilize G90. For facing I may utilize G94. After this code I may give the coordinate values x, y, and what is the feed rate that will move from one place to another place. Likewise I can give the datas, numerals datas and the alphabetical datas for coordinate systems. And then feed rate, if I want to give the feed per minute, which is mm per minute, and also I can give the feed rate with the mm per revolution. What type of feed value I given to the machine means, if I utilize feed per minute means I can utilize G98 code. And also if I utilize the feed rate value with respect to mm per revolution means I can utilize G99 code. So if the feed value is like feed rate mm per minute means I can utilize G98. Mm per revolution means I can utilize G99 code for operating the machine. So that these kind of G codes are available with part programming. After completing G codes knowledge, we can move to M codes. What is mean by M code? M or miscellaneous codes are used to either turn on or off different functions which control certain machine tool operations. What all the machine tool operations are available? For example, if you are consider I want to start the machining operation means if I go for start the spindle, or otherwise if I want to stop the coolant because my machining operation is completed means I need coolant on or off conditions. From M codes we can achieve this. M codes are not grouped into categories because which is the auxiliary function control. So although several codes may control the same type of operations such as M03, M04 and M05 different codes, but which control the machine tool spindle. Let's see, with the program we can get the knowledge about where when we utilize the M03, when we utilize the M05. Likewise we can discuss. In that also some examples that are available with the M codes. M codes are generally used for machining operation conditions. Okay, here already I told about how can we on the coolant pump, how can we off the coolant pump, what the codes we utilize, and how can we start the spindle, how can we stop the spindle. Likewise we can give the data through M codes. Here M00 is used for program stop. M02 is end of program. Why I give these codes? The machine control system can understand what it performs. From these codes, the machine control system gives a feedback like I stop the machine, or otherwise I start the spindle, or otherwise I stop the coolant. Based on these M codes, the machine can understand what are all the performance we can do with that machine. Okay. After that, if I utilize M03, which is for spindle start, here M04, which is also for spindle start, but what is the difference between those things means, if I utilize M03, it is forward clockwise, okay, and which is for spindle start, and the M04, which is also for spindle start, but which gives the data of reverse motion, which is counterclockwise directional spindle motion. And then M05 is also used for spindle, but which gives the information about spindle stop. So M03, M04 and M05 always deals with the spindle operations. And then we can perform the turning operation, threading operation, and also drilling operation with the CNC turning center. But how can I change the tool in command block? Okay, I mean part programming block. I can utilize M06 command for tool change. So M06 is always utilized for a tool change. And then if I want to on the coolant or off the coolant, some operations are required coolant, and also some operations are not required coolant, so that this condition is also need. While I start the machining operation means I need to on the coolant, and also if I complete the machining operation means I need to off the coolant. For the reason I utilize two codes, which is M08, which is for coolant on, M09, which is used for coolant off. Not only these auxiliary functions, other than this, if I want to clamp the workpiece, which is also available, if I want to open the vise or close the vise means I can utilize M10 for open the vise, and also if I want to close the vise means I utilize M11 code. Okay. And then the M60, what are all the input and outputs that we get from that machine, these codes M62, M64, M60 for input, M76 for input, which is used for input output we are getting from the CNC machine with these codes. And also if I need a smaller cycle, which is constant repeatedly chamfering option, fillet operations, and also some drilling operations means I save the data constantly with that machine. This program is called again and again. This subprogram call with the aid of M77, and we can exit from that program also with the code of M98 and 99. And then finally I complete the program. From which code I can give? From G code or M code? From M code only I can start the program, and also I can stop the program with the M30 code. So I always start the program with the M00, and also I can stop the program with the M30 codes. These are all the codes system we utilize for operate the machine tool hardware with the M codes. And then program sequence. Now you are aware about what are all the G codes and the M codes available with the part programming, and which code I place for which operation. Likewise, you may aware. And then you should aware about program sequence. How do I write one block? Likewise, you should aware, so that the program sequence always follows with the first. You are aware about how do I start the program, and then how do I load the tool with the tool holder. After that, when I should on the spindle, and when should I on the coolant, and how can we move the tool from datum position to machine condition, and then how can I perform the machining operation, which may be a facing operation, which may be a turning operation, which may be a taper turning operation, or otherwise it may be a threading operation. We can perform with the machining operation with the codes. After that, coolant off. When should I of the coolant and when should I stop the spindle. Likewise, we can sequence the program. Finally, complete the machining operation and also I give the command on off like auxiliary function means finally the tool move to its datum position, so which is the safe position. Finally, I assign the machine tool with the program move to space safe position. So all the sequences are completed means I may move to program end. Okay, these are all the sequence that are available with the part program. For example, if I consider the this word address format, each line, these kind of n number of lines are available with the part program. In that one line, only one line is called as one block. So each block is composed of several instructions. What is meant by several instructions? Let's see. Here the sequence is started with the n, which is sequence number. So as like you are creating the table means in that you are giving serial number. Likewise, this program sequence also has its sequence number. After sequence number, you should assign preparatory function, which is G code. Already I told about what are all the G codes available with the program creation, so that you should assign the preparatory function. After preparatory function assignment, you should give the coordinates, destination coordinates, where the tool move and where the workpiece moved. Likewise, you may give the destination coordinates values with respect to the G code function. After that, the tool may move circular interpolation, or the tool may produce the fillet function, means I utilize this distance to center of circle with the I, J, K codes. After giving coordinates, after giving this center of circle values, I may give the feed rate values, which means cutting conditions, feed rate, spindle speed. Likewise, I give the command to machine control system. Then how can I give the feed rate? With F. Here you see F 3.2. Feed rate means mm per minute, so that the machine obeys 3.2 mm per minute. From F, the machine can understand this value is for feed rate. After that, how much of spindle speed it will take? Yes, I can assign the value S4. So 4 RPM the machine should rotate. Okay. After that, which tool is used to operate the machine? With the capital T code I can give. So the T4 means automatically the program or control system choose the fourth tool for the further operation. Finally, the miscellaneous code I can give here M30 or otherwise M03. Likewise, I can give the miscellaneous function. From this, the spindle may be off, or the coolant may be off, or otherwise the program is stopped. Likewise, the program sequence, and every sequence has the functions for writing the program, which is known as program sequence. After program sequence completion, how do I set the machine? Which is the biggest question, which is how work setting is carried out through the CNC machine. So all NC machine tools require some form of work setting, tool setting and offsets to place the cutter and work in the proper relationship. So how can I set the work? Yes, I can give the compensation to tool and workpiece interface. So compensation allows the programmer to make adjustments for unexpected tooling and setup conditions. All a retraction point in the Z axis to which the end of the cutter retracts above the work surface to allow safe table movement in the XY axis. It is often called the rapid traverse distance, retract or work plane. From this, the tool is moved from the datum position to work space at rapid movement, or otherwise the tool is retrieved from its workspace to datum space with this work setting. After that, some manufacturers build a workpiece height distance into the MCU. So some manufacturers or constantly save the data, which is how much of workpiece height distance the tool move. Okay, and whenever the feed motion in the z axis will automatically be added to the depth programmed. These are all the things that are available with the work setting. Here you see the rectangular block is set with respect to tool change positions. So the tool is away from the z axis 1 and from the z axis in x axis 1. So 0 for move to all holes from this starting point, which is known as work setting. So the setter should determine and also explain this point to the machine with the work setting. After work setting, how can I fix the tool? Yes, tool offset method is utilized for tool setting, which is also called as TLO. TLO means tool length offset, which means when setting up cutting tools, the operator generally places a tool on top of the highest surface of the workpiece. Here you see the tool is initially fixed at top of the workpiece, or otherwise highest surface of the workpiece. So each tool is lowered. The tool is lowered until it just touches the workpiece surface. So I can move the tool just touches the workpiece top surface, and then its length is recorded on the tool list. From this touching, I can record the tool position in tool list. Once the workpiece has been set, it is not generally necessary to add any future depth dimensions, since most MCU do this automatically. From this touching methodology, most machining control unit gets the data with automatically. And then cutter compensation. I always told about cutter compensation in programming. What is meant by cutter compensation? Compensation. Every tool worn out during machining operation because of friction between the tool and the workpiece surfaces. After getting friction, the tool may be worn out. The tool gets tool wear. So the tool dimensions may be changed in metric level, which is 0.001 mm or otherwise 0.01 mm. Likewise, the tool may burn out based on the proper or improper cutting conditions. So the operator should give cutter compensation data in program itself. So cutter compensation, also sometimes called cutter diameter compensation, which is CDC. If I utilize the turning tool, means I called as cutter compensation, or otherwise if I utilize the face mill cutter or end mill cutter, means the cutter compensation is called as cutter diameter compensation, which provides a way to adjust the tool path at the machine to compensate for tool size, tool wear and tool deflection. So that from this cutter compensation data, I can give the data with the tool wear and tool deflection. Okay, with this diagram you can understand. So here the end mill cutter is moved with the programmed path, but it worn out, so that I can adjust the normal tool path to the compensated tool path for getting the actual size from the planned drawing, which is the cutter compensation. Okay, now I can move to step turning operation. I can write the sample program for your understanding. Now, what are yesterday some students asked about, you please tell me as with the example, so that I choose the step turning operation. The step turned components are used for making a thread and fasteners, and also for making reducers and flange valves. Likewise, the step turning operation is required to make components that are all available with engineering industries and engineering components, and also pump valves. Likewise, lot of parts needed the step turning operation. So how can we perform? And the first step is, how can we read the drawing? Already I told about how can we read the drawing. First, if you are getting the drawing means first you go through who is created this drawing. Here Mount Druitt College of Taffy, likewise the name is available. From this you can aware who is making this drawing. Okay, after that which projection, first angle projections or third angle projections are used to create the drawing. Based on this only, which is the top view, which is the elevation, which is the side view, likewise you can understand from this projection. And then what is the name of this drawing? For example, part name of this drawing, this is roller assembly. Then you can move to scale. In this drawing 1:2 is scale, so that you can multiply with the 2 of every dimensions. From this we can get the proper dimensions of the drawing. So you should aware these things from the title block of the given drawing. After that there is some table available with the top of table title block, which is known as bill of materials. Here the drawing has the part numbers, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6, likewise here the description, base, bracket, spindle, likewise the bill of material has part names. After that which material is chosen, okay, which material is choose to make this part, with these status are given in bill of material table. How much of quantity is required to produce, and then what is the part name of the each product. From this we can separate the segregate the parts, and also we can assign different machines for producing the components, which is the method to read the drawing. Okay, and then okay, now you know about knew about how to read the drawing. After that, which machine is used to produce that component? In machine shop floor there is a conventional machine and CNC machine are available. If I want to produce the component with the job shop production means I can utilize conventional, but if I need to produce the component with the mass production means I need automations in machining operations. For the reason I may utilize computer numerical control machines. So if I select the machine for conducting particular operation means I may move to mass calculation, how the workpiece should be, how the mass of the workpiece, how can I calculate? Yes, every costing person available with the industry, and also the production industry, the person who is responsible for produce the component means he should aware about how do I calculate the mass. Based on that he may create the costing. So from this diagram we can easily identify the volume of that component. After that, this material is aluminum means the density of aluminum is 2.64 gram per centimeter cube. From this we may aware the density of the aluminum material. So we identify the mass and the density. From this we can identify the mass value. If I get the mass means I can convert that into weight. With the 9.81 the acceleration due to gravity, I can get the weight value from the mass value. From this the operator calculates the mass requirement and the weight requirement. If he multiply that weight into cost means he can calculate the cost also. If I aluminum 1 kg of aluminum means 600 means I can get the 10 kg of aluminum cost, and also I can calculate the mass value and the weight value with this density values. So this is also important for every engineering person. After identifying the mass, we should aware about cutting conditions. Already I told about cutting conditions. What all the basic cutting conditions are available: spindle speed, feed rate, and the depth of cut. Every engineer, machine shop engineer, should aware about what is meant by cutting speed, what is meant by feed rate, and what is meant by depth of cut. Yes, I will tell you what is here. In this diagram you can see cutting speed. Cutting speed means rotational speed of the workpiece. the cutting speed always read with the mm per minute unit, and rotational speed always read with the revolution per minute unit. So how can I calculate the cutting speed? Cutting speed is generally calculated with the pi d n by 1000. The unit is mm per minute. The same speed can be read with the spindle speed. So spindle speed is always read with the n is equal to 1000 into cutting speed divided by pi d. Here that v is velocity and d is diameter of the workpiece. From this I can calculate the RPM. And then how do I calculate the feed rate? Feed rate can be calculated with this same spindle speed. So n into f. F means feed. Feed means mm per revolution value. I can convert that feed value to feed rate. So I can multiply the feed with the spindle speed. I can get mm per minute. From this I can get the feed rate value. The third cutting condition is depth of cut. Depth of cut means the workpiece outer diameter to final diameter required. So the outer diameter minus the final diameter divided by 2, I can get the depth of cut value for one side of the diametrical cylindrical shapes. From this I can get the mm per revolution value. From this you can get the different cutting conditions for machining operation, which is also important for every machining engineers. And then I want to explain small exercise. Okay, from this we can write the program. The smaller exercise means step turning exercise. Already I told about what are all the applications that are available with the step turning operation. So here workpiece drawing, you can see all dimensions are in mm. Every drawing they are prescribed. We may go for scale data, what is the projection they utilized, what is the manufacturer industry name. Likewise we may go. Now I frankly tell which is the step turning operation. The major diameter is 30, then first diameter is 26. The first step has the length of 20 mm, and the second step has the dimension of 25 mm. Likewise different dimensions available. From this you can observe the different dimensions that are available with the program. After that I told about the different sequence blocks available with the program. Based on that program knowledge, you may write the program with the document paper. Okay, and then what is the meaning? Here I write G71, G75, G01. Likewise lot of codes I generated. Here if I want to produce a component means I should tell the billet dimensions to simulator, because I write the program. After writing the program I move to check the program with the simulators. For the reason I assign the billet size. X in x-axis 35 and in z-axis 50. Based on this command, the simulator understand the billet size. After that, I can initiate the program G71. G71 means a roughing cycle. So the roughing operation is carried out with this code. So the tool moves rapidly with the x0 z0, which is the datum position. So the control system can understand the machine moves to absolute coordinate 0, 0. After that G0, which is for rapid movement, and then I assign T5. Why I select the T5? The T5 is the turning tool, so that I select the tool for turning operation with the T5 code. After that assign cutting conditions with just 1200 RPM I can assign with the yes. After that the clockwise rotation starts at 1200 RPM. How I can give the clockwise rotation? Yes, I can give with the M03 code. Based on that M03 code, the control system understands the rotation is clockwise. After that, after giving this cutting condition, I can move to G0 x29.2 Z1. Why I gave the tool moves to absolute coordinates of in x direction 29.2 and z direction 1 mm. Likewise I gave, and then G01 z minus 50. So the tool goes in z direction with the 50 mm. So G01 for linear interpolation, which is straight line movement. So the turning operation is to be carried out, and in Z direction the tool moves to 50 mm. After that X30, which means the G code. I didn't represent any G code. Why? The G code, the machine can or control system can read from a previous statement. So I won't assign for G code again. So the X30 means the machine control system can understand the tool moves on X direction with 30 mm. After that, I again utilize X32 Z minus 51. Again, I won't suggest any G code. So, if the machine control system can read the G code, what I gave in previous statement, which is G01. So, this sequence number also follows the same G code, which is G01. So, X32 and Z minus 51 means the tool goes absolute coordinates at the point of 32 and minus 51 in Z direction. After that, I again assign G0 rather than G01. Why I assign the G0 means the rapid motion should be carried out, because the less productivity time. Z1 means the rapid positioning of tool at Z direction of 1. After that, I assign X27. So the machine can understand the G0 again utilizes the rapid positioning of tool in X direction of 27 units. After that, I again tell G01. What is the meaning of G01? The linear interpolation. So here the machine tool does not tracking the rapid motion, but it moves with the linear interpolation on Z axis with 30 mm. So here X value is defined in previous statement, that it collects the data from previous statement X27. So the tool moves in Z axis only, which is minus 30 mm. After that, I again tell G0, X30 and Z1. Why I gave? Because the tool does not obey the linear interpolation movement, but it rapidly moves with a G code, which is G00. So X30 and Z1. So the tool goes absolute coordinate of in X axis 30 and Z axis 1. And then X25. Here also rapid motion, rapid positioning of tool in X direction of 25 unit. After that, the rapid motion is stopped with the linear interpolation code G01, and I assign in Z direction of 0. So linear interpolation is carried out in Z direction to 0 unit. After that, the next X26 and Z minus 0.5. Why I gave the same linear interpolation I utilized? So G code I picked from previous statement, and the tool moves to 26, minus 0.5 from X30 to Z1 position, and then I give Z minus 30, which means tool goes to minus 30 at Z direction, and X28. So tool goes to 28 at X direction. Likewise, I can give the XYZ coordinates with the same linear interpolation G code. So the machine control system understand the same G code he utilizes for next sequence also. And then I give like X29 Z minus 30.5. So G code from previous statement, from this statement the tool moves to 29, minus 30.5 positions in workspace. After that Z minus 50. So the tool moves to minus 50 at Z direction. So then G0, X32, Z1, 10 and M5. Here I places the new code miscellaneous function. The rapid positioning of tool at 32, 1 of the workspace coordinate system, and M5 is for stop spindle rotation. And then the next code, which is also utilized the same G code, which is G0, and then the coordinate X0 and Z0. The newer one is M9. Why I utilize the coolant of tool moves to 0, 0, and then finally I utilize M30 code is for stop the spindle turns, or the coolant of terminates the CNC program and the rest. So M30 is used for end of the program. Yes, so these are all the coding system I utilized for generate the program. After writing the program with the paper means I want to check the developed program with some simulator software. Okay, how can I simulate the software? Let's see. I can show you a sample program, which is the simulator software, which is a CNC simulator, which is freely available in net. You can download and you can examine. With this you can type the program on the new file. After that you may call this file for operation. Here the setting I already typed for easily time reduction purpose. Here the new open print step start, likewise lot of comments available. In that you may press step. From this you can run this program step by step manner. First I give step. Okay, it moves G71 X0 Z0 datum position. After that the G0 T5 available. From this the machine simulator understands which can pick the tool, fifth tool for next operation. Then I can give the tool. So the fifth tool is called for machining operation, which is comes with the 1200 rpm and the machine spindle is on. Next let's see. Yes, the tool moves to x29.2 and z1. So in z direction it moves to 1 unit and x direction which is moves to 29.2 from 35, and then the tool moves in z direction which is moved to z minus 50. After that the machining operation is carried out. So the tool moves to 30 in x axis. After that the x32 in x direction the tool moves to 2 units and z axis which moves to 1 unit. After that G0 Z1 again I gave rapid positioning with the G code. After that the tool moves to initial position which is G27. After that the tool moves to z minus 30 in the direction of z. After that the turning operation is carried out with x30 and zm. After that you see, yes, the tool goes to the approach point which is x25. After that I give the second pass. I can divide the depth of cut with n number of pass. So now I can move to next pass which is x26. So the tool move to x26 and in z axis it is moved to minus 0.5. After that it moves the second pass. Okay, and then the next x29 and z direction there is minus 30.5 and again give z direction minus 50, and then which is the final cut G0 rapid moving. From this I can give the final finish cut. After completing the machining the tool moves to its datum position. So the x0 z0 available and m9 is used to coolant off. Okay, after that the program end with m30. Likewise I check, so there is no problem available with the written program. So I can type the same program with the NC machine control unit. I can operate the machine. Okay, yes, now yes, now the simulation checking the developed program is over with the simulation software. So now I can give this same program to the CNC control system, which is machine control unit that are available with the CNC machine. So how the machine operates, I can show you a video. You can see I enter the same program with the CNC MTAB CNC Flextron machine. From this how the machine obeys. Let's see. Same machine with our laboratory, our institute laboratory. Here the operator moves the turret with the manual operations, and also he typed the program with the machine control unit that are available with the CNC machine. He can edit the program and type the program. Now he moves the turret. Yes. First jog is generally used for manual operation. Now he moves to automatic motion. With that from this he can actuate the turret in z direction and he touches the workpiece. Already I told that tool offset, he tries to offset the tools. Now he gave the data, input data. So he measure the tool. From this he set the tools with respect to workpiece dimensions. He saved the position 32. He enters the 32, which is workpiece diameter. So now he saved the position of tool with the CNC machine. Okay. Now he set the tool, which is the work of machine tool setter. After that, he turned to Z direction also. In Z direction, he moves the tool. And also he checking iron and again in X direction also. Yes. Yes, now he ensures the Z direction. Okay. Now he complete the tool offset and the work offset with these kind of operation, which is the drawing what I shown in your previous slide. The total length of the billet is 75 and the diameter is 32 mm because all dimensions are in mm. From this 32 is the billet diameter, so that the operator gives the tool positions with the 32 in machine control unit. Now he wrote the program on paper, how to generate the program. What I told in previous slides, based on that slide he wrote the program with the paper, note paper, and also he examines the simulator software also. Based on that he make a decision. After that he may type the same program with the machine control unit that available with the CNC machine. So which is the program what I wrote in the simulation software, which is the program sequence. In that I may provide extra sequence also, for the reason the tool may moves with the air, not with workpiece. You may initially see. So I can write the program, the same program I typed on machine control unit display unit. Okay. So I can type the program with the numpad that available with the machine control unit. Finally, after completing, he execute the program. Yes. Now he turned that program into automatic. So he press the auto. After that he start the cycles. Okay. With this green button, he start the cycle. Yes, some errors occurred, so that the operator again edit the program and he moves the turret and he slowly fix the tool offset condition again, which is the tool offset. This is the coolant line. If we need black and orange color line is the coolant line. If we need, we can switch on the coolant line with the program itself. Yes, now the clockwise rotation is started with the program because the tool offset and work offset completed. So now the machining operation is to be started. In start of the program I may give the tool movement with the air. So the tool moved with the air, but now the tool moves from datum position to workspace. Yes, the tool moves with both the axes. The tool slides both axes, X and Z axis. So we can move the turret in X axis only, and also we can move the turret in Z axis only. But we can move the tool in both the axes, X and Z, with a rapid motion, the G00 code. Yes, the tool operator checks the tool is correctly moved or not. Likewise he checks. Now the control system that are available with the machine tool obeys what we give the informations, instructions with the program. Yes, the turret is moved with respect to the command. Now the turning operation is started according to our drawing, the required drawing for step turning operation. Yes, the first pass. Here you should aware about what is meant by cutting speed, what is meant by feed rate, what is meant by depth of cut. These are all the things you should aware for giving the input to the program. After completing the first pass, first step, it means the tool moves to the second pass. Yes, the second pass is started for second step. The linear interpolation is carried out. Because of G01, the linear interpolation is carried out on the control system. Now finish cycle. The finish cycle is started with the respective G code. Yes, G94 I already told the finish cycle. Yes, the finish cycle is carried out by the control unit. Yes. The tool is retrieved from its machined condition to datum position. After completing the machining operation, the spindle should be off and then coolant should be off. These are all given by the final step, which is M30. Okay. So the turret moves to datum position. After that, M30 is available. Based on M30, the program is stopped. Yes. Now the program is stopped. And the program running is gets regained. You can fix another job for further operation. From this, we can perform n number of parts within today. Okay, within one day itself. From this, we can achieve the mass production. So now we can replace the workpiece with 3-jog chuck, and we can perform the same program n number of times, and we can produce the n number of parts at the same day. Okay. Now you can understand how can we run the program for producing the step turning in CNC turning center. Okay, thank you.